Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. I know, I said every other week, and here I am jumping back in on a Tuesday. I missed you guys. That's, it's weird. I don't know what to do. My bench is clean. What's up with that? Anyway, really what I'm here for is I have a follow-up to the tea towel holder from last week. And the update is that when I went on the old Amazon, the only marbles that I could find were 5/8 or 9/16, which I thought is a little bit big for this project. I don't really like how this looks. I think it looks clunky. Let me get you a measurement here. This base is 15/16 thick. To me, that's too thick. Okay, I'd like to be like a 3/4. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it is. And you can't, I don't think you can do that with that big of a marble. The problem is you can't find anything smaller than a 5/8 on Amazon, but you can. You just can't call it a marble. If you are going to build these, which, listen, since that video went up, I got phone calls from some of my family, and I have 3 or 4 of them right now that I have to build. So would these sell? Absolutely. But if you're going to find marbles that are smaller that will get you into a smaller lower part here, look up glass marble slingshot ammunition. Seems weird, but that's what it is. They call them marbles, but the company labels them as slingshot ammunition. They are 3/8 marbles. Now, that might seem a little bit small, but again, you get this base down and you can, and it just, I think it looks a little more elegant. It looks clunky to me. It did come out nice though. I like the little lighthouse I did on there. But, so I wanted to pass that along and let you know. I can, maybe if I can remember, I'll put a link in this video for those marbles. I'm sorry, slingshot ammunition. And then if you want to check them out, you can go. Listen, I get less than 100 views. I ain't making no money on this. This is to help you. And I would recommend making these. Like I said, I've already got 3 or 4 of them I have to make on top of everything else that I got to do for the wifey poo. So I wanted to throw that in. I do miss you guys. I do miss not being out here and putting something up on this on the every other Tuesday. And so I have a question for you also. Would it be all right if I just do little updates on the last week's build or something that's coming up for the next week? And the reason I'm asking it that way is I can put a video up in between if it's, let's say if it's lightweight, okay? And I don't want to sound lazy, but I love the idea of having 2 weeks to work on this project and get it right, which as it turns out I didn't. And so if I'm going to put a video up in between, it sort of has to be sort of like light lifting for me to do that. Maybe it'll be talking about one of my tools. Not really a tool review, although for everybody that ever wants to get a channel to take off, do a tool review. Maybe it's something that's going on around the house that I need to work on, something like that. Just something real lightweight, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It wouldn't be very long. If that's cool with you guys, let me know. I'm looking because right now I have a bowl on the lathe that I need to have finished for October, which gives me a whole month, but trust me, I'll wait until the day before. And stuff like that. I can tell you, about the Hercules saw because that's probably the newest saw that I have in the shop, the newest tool that I have in the shop. And there's things I love about it and there's things I don't love about it, but I could pass that along to you if this is something that you're looking at purchasing. I don't really want to do tool reviews because everyone that's done that instantly gets comments that say, "You sold out." Yeah, so did The Clash, and all of the punk bands, but it is what it is. Anyway, But for right now, so let me know if that's okay with you. I'll go ahead and do that. I'll throw a lightweight video up in between the builds. But I definitely want to pass along the marble situation. 3/8 marble I think would be ideal. That would get you at 3/4 or less thickness on the bottom of this towel holder. And I think it would look far more elegant. Or bougie, I think is the word I used for that. Coming up next week is a really simple build, but it's one that everybody wants. So keep an eye out for that. I was actually going to an event and needed this for that event, so I built it. So, all right, just wanted to throw that out there. Like I said, I'll put a link to the slingshot ammunition in the description down below. And thanks for hanging out for a few minutes. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.